And we've got bananas in chat from Cap the Dragon, Surprise T, Zodiac Siren, Roani52, Joel Kip, Ape Rover, Bakamalto, and me, and Tomato in a Bag, and Jellybee, and Sven. Thank you for the bananas, everyone. I appreciate it, and I hope you're enjoying today's live stream here on the twitch.tv/theassumer, where I have a little bit of morning voice. Oh, it is true. Oh, it is true. Let's leave it a... Wait, can we get rid of this rain? No. No, because it's not nighttime. I was thinking if we're going to work on the Concorp stuff today, let's tidy up other parts of the island as well. Like, all of this around here, there's all these markers and stuff left over that aren't going to get used, so we're going to go clean those up. And how is everyone doing? How's everyone's Christmas? Jeez, I feel slightly paralysed. I didn't want Christmas to end. And, you know, I could have thought about it more beforehand, but I kind of realised that I would have time today to do a live stream. Which is not what I thought I'd have, but I didn't really, you know how it is with plans and doing stuff, and then sometimes you're like, oh, I've actually got a bit more time here than I thought. So, the last stream was supposed to be the last one of this decade. This decade! How epic. And, yeah. Turns out I can do one more. I eat doors, says I am door. Does that mean that you would self-cannibalise? This looks like a creeper explosion to me, or maybe just a cave entrance. Creeper explosion or cave entrance, you decide. I think it was both. I think it was both. And I don't have anything really to tidy this up on with for me, do I? Let's go get some sand and some dirt and just tidy it up, make it look a little bit cleaner. That's what we'll do. We'll come back here with sand and dirt to make it a little bit cleaner. Turning it into a song, apparently. And we've got a brown sheep over here. I wonder if that's escaped from the studio. So we got noises in the ear. We have Mr. Millerman, subscriber of Amazon Prime. Ape Rover is here for 22 months, saying, Merry after Christmas and a happy before New Year. Indeed, indeed. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate your support. Almost 2 years there. We got GBV resubscribing for 34 months, saying, Happy and have a nice New Year. No, it just says have a nice and happy New Year. Why did I read happy and have a nice New Year? It's like my brain read the whole thing but decided to wobble it up. It wobbled it up is what it did. It wobbled the whole thing up. Thank you so much for the support. An Arc is here for 22 months saying Happy New Year, I guess. You guess? Of course it's a Happy New Year. It's always a Happy New Year. If you're alive, it's a Happy New Year. Okay. Do we have any sand to hand? Oh, it rhymed. Beautiful. Oh, look at that lack of sand. 2 blocks. Is that really all I've got? It's all I've got to work with, peeps. We've got Joanna here, resubscribing for 2 months, saying, oh, hello there. Welcome to the stream, and thank you so much for your 2 months of support. We've got Tree for 44 months in a row. Say good morning moon. I hope you had a great Christmas and best wishes. 44 months done and many more next decade. Tree, thank you so much. Next decade. That sounds so epic, doesn't it? A new decade is upon us. Yeah, I think what I'll do is tear out a little bit of this sand and then we'll use that to do the next bit. And then it'll be all good in the hood, homie. All good in the hood. Man, I've really got some serious morning voice here. I didn't even think. I was just so excited to stream. I was like, I can do another stream. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hey X, what did you get your family this Christmas? Oh, I got all sorts of presents and people got me presents. I mean, I didn't really think about talking about that. Like, what in particular to talk about? Zodiac Siren says, an assumer stream is what I wanted for Christmas. Well, it's not Christmas today, but I hope you enjoy it nonetheless. I mean, I really enjoyed the time with spending with family, you know. A lot of the presents were just stuff that... I did get a couple of really cool things that I didn't expect, but most of it, you know, I'm not a kid. You're at that age where you just coordinate and I'll get you things that you need and I'll get you this, I'll get you that, you know? Okay, so that's all tidied up. Let's sleep in this bed. We got revoked Doath. Or better yet, revoked Oath. Subscribing with Amazon Prime, and Kavantum85 has subscribed. Also, Bus D Jur is subscribing. Thank you ever so much for your support, peeps. It is appreciated. Are you using Optifine 1.15? Is it out? Because it was like 25% before Christmas, and then it was like, well, then it was Christmas, right? So you wouldn't expect anything to be done. Surprise he says, no, it's not. I've checked. I think what happens, I remember this last year or last update. I think what happens is, like, people search for like Optifine. When is it ready? And so people make websites where they claim they've got Optifine. Now, I don't know why they do this, but, you know, maybe they get ad money from traffic, or maybe they deploy viruses or whatever in fake Optifine programs, but essentially there's this, like, wave of fake Optifine. Every update, there's always a wave of fake Optifine. Okay, so that part of the island stays as is. Let's head over here. And let's go take care of this. I don't know what we're going to do with this path and how it wraps up. Maybe just have a big like gravel patch and find a way to link it to all of this stuff. So we've got loads of like slabs lying around from where we had planned. Why do people fall for fake Optifine sites, says Mark? Well, a lot of people use the internet not knowing about stuff like that and thinking about it in that way, right? Like, there's a lot of people that just turn up on the internet and aren't thinking in the back of their mind and maybe don't know what the official website looks like. Twitch is being funky, says Orangelo. Twitch is always being twitchy. It's always being that way. Okay, these little posts here are kind of cool. I like the idea of maybe leaving them and just putting some more around the edge of the island. We'll probably torch up the place a fair bit as well. Why would people lie about stuff on the internet, says Kath the Dragon. I know, right? This is supposed to be the place of freedom and honesty. But it's not. Yeah, the internet is full of terrible things as well as good things. Right, what's in this furnace? Wood! I'll take it. I'll take it. This looks like a creeper hole. You know, my number one pet peeve, I think, in this game is when people don't clean up creeper holes after themselves. I think next year I might have to make a thing out of it. Like, I might have to become, like, the creeper hole fixer or something. Just go around fixing creeper holes. Hi X, hope you had a good Boxing Day. I had a great Boxing Day, Peter the Brewer. I'm aware since I've been streaming that some of you celebrate Christmas on a different day to us in England. So in England it's the 25th and the 26th is Boxing Day, but in other parts of Europe they do it on the 24th. There you go, Jehuto says 24th to 25th. So 24th is Christmas Eve for us. I don't know why it's done that way. I should really get an axe. Oh, random shulker box. I bet this was Scar. That's a Scarian shulker box if ever I've seen one. Next to his Scarian trees as well. Oh, that had a map on it. What was that? Concorp. Oh yeah, it's a Concorp logo. Makes sense. One thing we've got to do over this end is link this path over to that one. Right, so I'll get this cobblestone and then go get an axe, I think. We've got noises in the ear from Surrey Simmer for 2 months saying, glad to be able to catch the last stream of the decade. Long time viewer, new sub. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for a lovely message and for your support. I appreciate it. We got Orangelo here saying good morning and Merry Christmas / Happy Hanukkah. I don't think it's technically Christmas anywhere in the world right now, but I appreciate the message nonetheless. Well, I guess we call it Christmas holidays as well, right? It's the Christmas holiday season. The Ozim is here for 18 months. That's 2 Twitch babies right there. And I'm a Wolf has subscribed as well. Thank you ever so much for your tremendous support as always, peeps. It is appreciated. So, who enjoyed some good food this year? I did. My goodness me, I've eaten myself silly. And all it's done is made me more and more determined to to eat better in the new year. And maybe next Christmas not pig out as much. I mean, I think I literally ate as much as I could. It was terrible. And now my body feels really like out of whack, like just not in a groove or anything, just still a bit sluggish from all the sugary treats. Nothing too crazy though, you know, desserts and chocolates. A lot of people in chat saying they didn't really eat too much. Well, good for you, actually. It's a bit silly, I think. I don't know. I think the indulgence is good, you know, but it's not like one thing. It's like several days of it. And I definitely feel it around my belly. I ate too much, says I Am Squid. Yeah, that's what I did. I ate too much. Llama Killer says, I had a cold during Christmas. Oh, that sucks, dude. It happens every now and then. Something I found about Christmas as the years go on, I've disliked the food that is too sweet or salty. More and more, says Cat Scythe. Yeah, I feel that way as well. Like, this Christmas I kind of... Not so much the salty. I don't know. The food we have is good. But I just feel like all those treats and chocolates lying around, ready to be eaten, it's just a bit much. Why did I put away all the dirt when I'm clearly still working on stuff? Oh, I'm not supposed to go in here, am I? I'm not supposed to go in there. Yeah, like the food that's to be enjoyed, I think, and to gouge on a little bit is proper food, and then the chocolates go easy on. That'll be my thing for next year. It's like, I want to do better than I did this year, because it's all fun to indulge, but then it's over before you know it. Why Corrales is calling you Shashlami? Sounds like I've been crossbred with a meat. Shashlami, eh? Oh look, this entire time I had gravel and granite on me, literally had the things I needed on me already, because the shulker boxes didn't actually need to come back here at all. Let's put this one down in this area and give that to Scar later. I do think though, oh, I might as well just pack up everything and put it over there, save me running back and forth since we're going to work on that path. Organisation in this game, I tell you, it's important. Slammy Void, says Tom JC. Now you got it. Slammy. Orangelo says, I've been thinking about movie music a lot lately. Primarily how movies like Star Wars, Harry Potter, Jaws, Schindler's List, Indiana Jones, etc. wouldn't be the same without John Williams' music. Any thought? Orangelo, I've said many a time on these live streams that I believe that music in movies is incredibly powerful. And a common thing you might find among people is that they might say, oh, you know, don't like classical, don't like that sort of music. Yet you go listen to some of the best soundtracks, like some of the ones that you've named there, and there are, you know, heavy influences from classical music. You know, the strings and the symphonies. And I think that the power of music sometimes is best heard in a movie. Reason being that you don't sort of go into a movie, unless you're like a movie buff or a bit of a music nerd like me, you're not going into the music thinking about what's the soundtrack going to be like. A lot of people just watch the movie and, you know, follow what's going on, and, you know, there'll be these big emotional scenes in a movie, but you might not be thinking the music's doing that. Yet if you pay attention to the music, you realise that it cues so much of the emotional response that you have to a movie. It's really quite powerful. Oh look, all of this around the side here will probably end up being gravel and andesite. So it's a question of how I want to do this. I could use this bit of terrain over here to help me merge some things. I reckon this isn't really going anywhere, so parts of this need to change a little bit. Now, there doesn't really need to be any bricks over there because it doesn't go in this direction. It goes in that direction. Doing film music at A level, it's really fascinating, says Infinite Ethium. Yeah, I imagine it would be, man. Like, that's a cool topic right there. It's a big thing. Right, I'm going to sleep in a bed and drink some tea. I've got a hot cup of tea here. It needs to get drunk, you know. 16 minutes in, perfect time. Roani says, add some epic soundtrack to yourself running around and it will make you feel like some sort of superhero. Yeah. This is your homework assignment. Okay? You gotta grab your camera, go outside, run around like a loon. Okay, film it, come back and watch it and go, I look like a prat. Once you've done that, then add some epic music, and then you'll be like, I look like less of a prat now. I think what I'd like to do here actually is grab some sand. Now, do I have... You see, I might have a bit of sand. I gathered up a load of sand just by working on something around here, or maybe it was like in between episodes or something. No, I don't. See, I don't have it in a shulker box either, right? So I need to get sand from somewhere, and I literally... Do you know what? We're just going to have to go to the island and fill up the shulker box. Although I really don't want to head over to that. I just want to stay here and get stuff done, you know? Right, yeah. By the way, if my talking sounds like a bit wobbly and disconnected, I'm very aware of it. My sentences are just terrible, aren't they? They're terrible sentences. I rate them 1 out of 10. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about, right? We're going to go... Oh, God, we're going to go smack our face into a wall. Oh, and again. Now that the game of Demise is over, I don't need to wear this. I just realised. What mod are you using so you can see the shulkerbox contents? Asuma says the Divasco. I think it's called Shulkerbox Viewer is the name of the mod. It could be named many things, but its name was exactly what it says on the tin. Right, somewhere here on the left, if I am not mistaken. There it is. Woo! There it is. Taribo08 or Taribo8. I don't know why I read the O again. For 17 months, saying it's only a month left until another Twitch baby. That is very true. Thank you so much for your continued support, dude. I appreciate it. Let's go in this direction and see if there's sand. Usually, I fly off in that direction for ages and ages. There's sand over here. So close to the portal that no one knows about. It's our sand. Just for you and me. I like the ice between the mesa, but it don't look right. It's like, is this hot or cold? I'm not sure. Not sure where we are. When will the Hermitcraft World download be out, says Red Soil Royal. Well, we don't do a mid-season download, so there won't be one. But all the previous seasons are available for download on hermitcraft.com. Wow, what a sad desert, says Awesome. Do you mean because it's been decimated? I mean, in my mind, that's kind of cool, like seeing just how much of these materials we use and take elsewhere, and you know, it kind of makes me think about our own planet a little bit, you know. All the resources we've ripped out of the ground to make cities, there's probably plenty of places with scars like this. All in the name of progress. apparently. Poultry Man Forever says, what do you think about Grian leaving? Grian leaving? What? Where's... for a holiday? Jusk says, you know Grian is leaving Grian isn't leaving Hermitcraft, what are you talking about? Someone's telling porkies. This is really satisfying to watch, says Satanistic Angel. There is something soothing and satisfying about a good old bit of sand mining, you know. And we're not going to do a crazy amount. Speaking of which, I need to pick this stuff up. No, I need to pick it up. Get in there. Assumer, there is something in your base. What would that be? My storage system? My guardian farm? Sunbean says, yeah, Grian didn't say he will leave Hermitcraft. Yeah, I didn't, I mean, I certainly hadn't heard anything. Right, I'm going to drink some more tea. Sludgy Knight says, to clarify, Grian may or may not end his playthrough all season of Hermitcraft, and he left it up to his audience to decide. Well, there you go. That's not leaving, is it? It's just, you know, wrapping it up or whatever. What do you think of Rick and Morty, says Pat Pank. I love Rick and Morty. It's a great show. I've been wanting to watch the newest episode, but haven't had an opportunity to. Also, my telly died. My telly died. I was like, what? This is a smart television. It can't stop working. Not in this day and age. Yeah, and I'll have to get that fixed soon. It's super weird though, because I got this error message trying to connect to Amazon Prime about the network, and then it just turned itself off. And now it doesn't turn back on, but it sort of does. So I can turn it on, and if I've left it off for ages, I see the Smart Telly logo, and then it just goes black. But you can tell the screen's on, right? Like it's projecting the color black. It's people in chat. F for X's telly. My poor telly. Oh, R.I.P. You will be missed. I really don't want it to be dead. Like, yeah, one thing about Christmas that winds me up a little bit is just seeing all of this packaging and wrapping paper and I really don't like companies that use a lot of packaging. I got given a box of treats which I opened, and it was like, okay, you got the box, then they're wrapped in like a seal, and then you open up the individual treat and you unravel it, and then it's got like a little paper wrapping around it, and I'm like, how many layers of packaging do you want to put around this? And of course, you know, it's wrapped up with wrapping paper. I don't wrap any of my presents in wrapping paper. I'm like, here's some Amazon delivery box that would have gone into the recycling. You can use that. It's just a waste of paper, says Koban. I know, right? I know. I really can't stand it. But yeah, just the amount of packaging. That's something that grinds me about Christmas. Temptress says, Assumer, I did my presents in paper, a bit more eco-friendly. Great idea. That is a great idea. Rice Lice says, my family has gone plastic free this year. That's cool. Plastic free Christmas. I like it. But yeah, I think next time as well, another thing I'm going to do is just not actually, like, maybe just put it in a bag. Like, I collect every single bag that I ever get. You know, you go shopping, you need to carry something because you forgot your bag or whatever. Like, every single bag, I never throw them away. I collect them and try and use them, right? So maybe just put them in a bag next Christmas and then be like, give me the bag back after. You know, the bag hides the contents. You don't have to rip through all this paper. thing with wrapping paper is that if you don't use it and throw presents under a tree, people will see what it is, says Wesley Honin. Ladies and gentlemen, forget about the planet! We need to not know what our presents are when they go under the tree. There's a reason we're talking about all of this. It's because of the way we're so wasteful in society. It'll be different. What I think's really weird about like the prospects of our future, the projection, the way things will pan out, based on just how us humans are, I can't see us. Sometimes, I mean, oh man, I talk a lot about this stuff, about trying to be positive and not. But given our human behaviour, I can see things playing out. Like, it will get bad over here, it will get bad over there, it will get bad up in this place. And not until it's in your place that you'll start to stop doing wasteful things and to be more conservative with your resources and whatnot, right? And being smarter about how we use things, making things last, stop chucking things in the bin, and don't buy needless stuff you don't actually need. Or just all this basic stuff, you know, don't wrap presents in paper that just goes straight in the bin. I can't help but feel that, like, that won't shift or change. Why does it do that sometimes? It puts a portal there. This place doesn't actually have an official portal, does it? We've got to build an official portal, peeps. I do not know where to put one. We could put it underground and have like some steps going down. I will think about that. We'll come back to that, peeps. Remember, we've got to do the portal over here as well. Let's get back to what I was talking about. I can't help but feel like we won't stop doing these things until it becomes like pretty much a necessity, you know? Until it's like, oh, we've got no wrapping paper left because we're running out of all these resources we've been ripping up and throwing in the bin all these years, right? And then when you're at that point, like, hindsight doesn't really matter, does it? Anyway, we got the sand, so we could do the beach area here. At the end of the walkway, says Awesomey. Oh, what, here? This would be a good spot to put it, wouldn't it? I like that. Yeah, let's actually put it over here then. Maybe not that one. Sumo B Lion, says Pest Exterminator. About what? I mean, I was just expressing an opinion on how things will play out a moment ago. Yeah, I like the idea of it being down some steps so that it doesn't spoil that view. So this actually feels like a really good spot to put it. Now that feels like it's in line with... It is perfectly lined up, but not everything has to be perfect. I think I'm going to shift it over a little bit and have it come through this spot. So where's the one with all the... Did I put it down over... No, wait, I didn't put it down over there. There it is. Bam. Kablamo. Japedia says it could be off to the side 2x. Yeah, it is off to the side. That's what I was saying, essentially. It's off to the side. T, reminder from Tree in chat. Thank you, T. Tree. Appreciate that. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Even the simplest of words, I'm goofing. Let's move this thing over to where we're building. We got Big Papa House here for 9 months as a Twitch baby. Saying late to the party. I agree though, it seems like people don't pay attention to these sorts of things until they are personally affected. Hopefully things get better soon because we've got a Twitch baby. I like it, Big Papa, thank ya. Triggs is also here for 4 months saying, hey X, hope you had a good Xmas. I'm enjoying Hermitcraft Season 6 and think you should continue with it rather than starting a new season at this moment of time. I'd agree, yeah. Season 6finity, there's a reason it's called that. Let's go put this down here. And look, the thing I wanted to make is here already. we might have a little bit of a problem here. How low down can we actually go? That is the question. For we may reach the limits of what this area can offer us. There is basically a HRN line just below our feet. But I don't know whereabouts it ends or starts. So we may be busting into a HRN line in a second. Or maybe not. Kinda looks like we're good. We're good in the hood, homies. We're good in the hood. Hey, can anyone tell me why we're building a beach or whatever, says Saf. Look, I wanted to build a beach or whatever today, okay? Don't question it. You know, I really enjoy building beaches or whatever. Right? Okay, if you were building a beach or whatever, I wouldn't be telling you what to build. Jeez. Leave me alone. Let me build my beach or whatever in peace, okay? Right, yeah, that feels like that's probably good enough. So, 1, 2, 3, and then... yeah, that's kind of it. That's kind of the height of the portal. That'll do. That'll do. Neo Martin says, we're good in the hood, homies. We're good in the hood. Assume we're on the last stream of Hermitcraft of the decade. I keep seeing that. Saf says, roasted. Hey, me being a goof and being sarcastic, it ain't ever aimed at anyone. I'm just being silly. Lucy the Llamacorn says, poor X and his beaches or whatever. Excuse me. Satanistic Angel says, I think I'm going to make another fan art of you while watching the stream. Did you delete the ones that you sent me? Because I got very confused. It looked like they disappeared off of Twitter. There we go. The Jolbiant Poet says, good old deadpan British humour. Indeed. Alright, so that there, then 1, 2, 3, and top. And there it is, Nether portal. It better connect. If it don't connect, I'm gonna be angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. You won't like me anyway. Oh, that was weird. Right, then some brick slabs down the bottom there, you know, to conserve resources. Something we all need to do, okay? Let this be a lesson to you. Right? When you're building structural foundations, cut them in half. Nothing will go wrong. Jess says, didn't feel the corners. No one will ever know. No one will ever know. Not even you. You will forget. I will make sure of it. Hot or cold tea, says Kia Gaming. I believe there's only one answer to that question. Surely there's only one answer to that question. We need some of these, yeah. Yeah, next. Next! That's what I'm trying to say, next. Jeez. I'm definitely having a words day today, aren't I? Which side do you lay on butter on your sandwich, says Simults. I don't have butter with my sandwich. I never have butter with anything. It's just non-nutritious, pointless food, if you ask me. Yeah, I never have butter in sandwiches or anything. Little things like that help you over the long term to keep your weight under control and whatnot. It's just a small thing, but it adds up. Think of all the sandwiches you eat, right, over the course of a year. I mean, I have hardly any sandwiches over the course of a year because I don't eat a lot of bread either, but if you add it all up and then you think about all the extra slabs of butter on, all of a sudden it becomes a lot. So, you know, have a sandwich without butter. For me, it doesn't really affect the taste at all. So I'm not particularly fond of the taste of butter. And I don't know, like, I'm just so used to it. I don't know what else to say. Like, I can imagine some people will be like, oh, sandwich without butter. What's wrong with you, you monster? You monster. It's like you've murdered people by not putting Butter on that sandwich. There you go. Joel CP says, how dare you? Butter is delicious. But you're right, it's very fat. Sad face. Oh, okay, that went in a different direction. I thought you were going to be putting the foot down and saying, no, Asuma, this is... I'm leaving. BG Monster Fan says, I am Monster. That is very true. Don't think about wait, it's Christmas, says Adam. I did that. Okay, this Christmas. And now it's over. And now I've got to think about how I'm going to shed off what I put on. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it ever so much. I think you got to like pick the right treats. Like it's so easy to like go for the chocolates. Whereas I think the best things I ate were the meal that I cooked for everyone. You know, having Christmas dinner. Christmas pudding is my favourite with some brandy butter. And other puddings as well, like proper puddings, right? I just feel they're so much more interesting than a bit of chocolate. So yeah. Bullet says, I lost weight somehow after ignoring what I ate for the day. Well, that's probably because the body fluctuates in weight. You might find if you're eating a lot of food and you don't drink a lot of water, you become dehydrated. Like, you have a lot of water weight that you can lose in a day. So weight, you know, like if you're measuring your weight day to day, it can fluctuate a lot. If you measure it over a long period of time, that's how you'll understand better what your body's doing, I guess. What am I making here? Like, I don't know. Why did I start making... Oh, stairs. That's why I went and looked down there. Because it explained everything. Well, there's one more. And with that, we'll make some more. There you go. Simba, what desserts do you find healthy to eat on a daily basis? Fruit? Just treat fruit like it's a dessert. Yogurt? Like a bit of natural yogurt and fruit. What else do I have? That's kind of it, really. Fruit's like, you know, like most of when I eat, normally it's just, you know, get your salad in, get your vegetables in. Have something a bit more filling as well, with something with rice in perhaps, and maybe a bit of meat. And then fruit is usually the dessert. Right, what am I looking for? A bed. I'm looking for a bed. Tuxaban says, what kid wants fruit if there's candy? A smart kid. Okay, I'm going to put something behind that portal. I don't need to think about it too much. Just what am I going to pick? I think I'm going to go with regular granite. That looks fine to me. Then we can light the portal, that's important. That purple shulker box is in the wrong place. That's not acceptable. Custard. Custard and mince pies. That was what I really enjoyed this Christmas. That was the best treat. Big old mince pie and some custard. You know? Adam Art says, can I put butter on my fruit though? You can put butter on celery apparently. I'm not a fan, but that's a thing. Oh, this is sandstone, is it? I'm looking for some sand around here. Right, I think we'll add in a bit of an overhang effect by doing that. So down to the portal. Very good. And do you know what? Actually, no, I'm going to leave that as is. Then we're going to fill in all around it with sand. Very good. Yellow Harold is here for 45 months saying, well, would you look at that, 45. Speaking of pudding, would you happen to have tried rice pudding? Oh yeah, rice pudding is a common treat in our households. I like rice pudding made with sort of like almond milk and the not milks. It's a little bit on the less on the rich side, you know. But Harold, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. I had some rice pudding at Christmas as well. Again, that's the really good stuff. That's the satisfying stuff. All of these candies and things, they're just a bit of the moment, you know. Not particularly the greatest things, in my opinion. X, do you have a favourite salad? Says Pixel fan with fake account. Fake account? Fake news! That's what you are. Nah, I'm messing with you. Favourite salad? Not really. I just have a favourite way of preparing a salad, which is, you know, chopping it all up into a bowl. That tends to be my my thing. Like, so it's all mixed up and have a little bit of sauce in there sometimes, or something pickled. But yeah, I kind of just like salads that way, with anything in, really. Right, we've got noises in the ear from the Edgy Dylan, who's subscribed with Amazon Prime. Matsy Boo is here for 12 months, that's a year. Thank you so much for a year of support, dude, I appreciate that. We also have Megalomaniac, subscribing with Amazon Prime. And Double Moses for 15 months. Tier free subscription. Thank you ever so much, Double. I appreciate that and hope you're enjoying the stream. Now, we've got a little bit of a wall here. I don't know if I really want to do much more of that. I think I might leave this as so for now. Kind of feels like there could be something a little extra in this area. Do you know what? Maybe make the sandstone more interesting? Make the beach more interesting, even. If I just grab a few of these and put them around this area here, they might just help make this little particular bit somewhat more interesting on the eyes. Especially over here where it kind of meets this this gravelly stuff, right? Fruit salad is nice dessert, says Al Croissant. Yeah, I like fruit salad. What do you think about the end of Demise, says Goody. I'm kind of glad it's over now. It was fun. But, you know, Christmas came by and just didn't have time to keep up with it, really. Now I could fill in all of this here with sand and make like a bit of a sand patch, which I think is potentially a little bit more interesting than just leaving grass here. So on this side I think we'll do that. Make a sand patch in this area, and then we'll have to figure out where the gravel goes, as it's going to go along with this stuff in this direction over there, through this space. And then that bit's going to have to come up here. So yeah, that's path blocks. I guess I could make it a path, and then maybe we could put like a bit of fence like we did in the other area. Also, that feels like the perfect spot to have like a CC, like a Concorp logo that you could see from the distance. Are you familiar with Russian food in any way? What have you tasted from it, says Anorexicist. I've probably had something Russian to eat, but I wouldn't know what it was specifically. But I like food. And I like, you know, trying out different sorts of foods and whatnot. I'm not the fussiest of eaters. So I'd probably like it. I'd probably just like cuisine because it's different. You know, different from what I'm used to. That would be my guess anyway. I feel like blue, or actually let's go with cyan, the Concorp logo. Asuma, what are your New Year's resolutions for 2020, says the Crazy Tiger. I don't have any because I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I don't believe in in looking forward to the future, to some future version of yourself and being like, that future me is going to do this, that and that. Because chances are, when that time comes around, you'll feel like the same you are today. So my attitude when it comes towards making changes and self-improvement, which is I think what a New Year's resolution is trying to get you to do, is to not wait to the New Year's. When you realise you need to make a change, do it. Like, don't wait around for it. You know, that's my attitude. So I don't have a New Year's resolution, but I do have plans for the new year, and those plans do involve health and fitness to some extent. Are those torches like incorrectly placed or something? What's going on here? See, I've sort of just built it off of the torches at the bottom, assuming that they are positioned in a particular way. Yeah, they're not of equal distance. We can fix this though. So anyway, it just so happens that with things going on around the Christmas holiday, with eating different, and then other plans like taking a break from YouTube because of copper, it just means I happen to be making plans for the next part of life as January rolls around. But I'm always making those plans throughout the year. Going to do this now, going to do that now, going to work on this thing, going to work on that thing. So anyway, I'd say for anyone who has a New Year's resolution, don't make it about being a new year, alright? Don't make it about, oh, my future self is going to do this in January. Make it about, I'm going to do this, it's going to be hard, it's going to be difficult, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to get it done. Satanistic Angel says, I really want to start working out next year. Don't think I'm going to be able to keep it up, but I'll try my best. I mean, if you want it, you got to do it. But, like, don't wait until the new year. There's nothing stopping you. Well, there might be something stopping you from doing it right now, but, you know, is today a day where you've worked out? If it's something you really want to do, get on top of it. That's how I look at it. So yeah, what did I say? Somewhere around here, gonna have like a fence coming off. We'll put in some markers. We need some markers. Where's the fence posts? If it seems like I'm slow with what I'm doing here, I am. Believe you me, this is some slow progress, right? Let's actually go with the orange wood here. X, do you want to have a turtle as a pet? Nah, I think if I would get a pet, I think at one point in life I might get a dog, but it'd definitely be a dog. I love dogs. They're amazing. January is the absolute worst time to start going to the gym. Every year it's insanely packed for the first month and a half and it always sucks, says Sturberino. That's a really good point, actually. That's a really good point. I've made a similar observation myself. Like, in the past I would run in the winter months outside, which I don't really do anymore because it's kind of bad for the muscles, running out in the cold. Easier to get injured that way, so I kind of just stay indoors and use the treadmill. But anyway, every January, like, I'll be out there, you know, it'd be Boxing Day, I'd be going for a run. It'd be the day after that, going for a run. And then as soon as January the 1st comes around, there's loads of runners everywhere. And I'm like, no, I'm not like you. I've been running all year long. Don't give me that look of, oh, New Year's resolution. No, I was doing this all year long. Yeah, that happens every year. And this year I won't see any of it because I ain't running outside till like March, I think. Then I'll get back into it. X, would you ever consider doing a modded series similar to Iskout? I don't know about doing modded on YouTube videos again. I'll have to see where it goes, really. If I did, I'd want to do something with the Hermitcraft group, you know. It's always better to play in a group. Okay, I need andesite. Why do I got this feeling I ain't got andesite? Why do I got a feeling? I've also got a feeling that I'll be out of andesite in my base. Uh-oh. Let's go have a look. Let's go see what we got. Hey look, we got a nether portal to get there nice and easy now. You monster, you dried all the water sources on the world, says Dysono. We were literally standing next to an ocean a second ago. I mean, come on, server. I'm the only one on. I know it's Christmas. Server's been eating too many pies this Christmas. Flip from the flops, a strange question. What has your Twitch name always been Assumer, not Assumer Void, following for a while? Just noticed. Well, it was available on Twitch. Assumer Void was the only thing I could get on YouTube. I think I might be able to change it now. I think channel names work differently. Like, I could make it appear as Assumer, as opposed to Assumer Void, but I'm just going to leave it. I'm here, I'm having fun. Like, I don't know if changing it changes anything else, but if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. Is it broken? Could I say that it is broken? This is it, peeps. The last of my andesite. X, are you still burnout on modded Minecraft? Says Rex Stone. No, I don't think I am. I've had the itch for a while, and I'm going to play it in January on streams. I'm going to play some modded Minecraft, try and get back into it. The problem for me is that it's always hard to have two Minecraft worlds to play in. And if one's modded and the other's vanilla, I find that modded can kind of sap away the inspiration from vanilla. But modded's like, I don't know, it's a different kind of gameplay, and it always burns out quicker than vanilla does. When you're into vanilla, it just seems to last forever. It just all makes sense. Whereas when you're modded, it's like there's just too much stuff going on in the game. It's kind of overwhelming, and yeah, you can get burned out because there's just all this stuff going on, and it's like, ugh. Okay, I think I'm going to have this come out to this bit here as well. So, me and some of my friends were talking yesterday, and would you ever invite a smaller, relatively unknown Minecraft user to join Hermitcraft, says Jubilant Poet. Just look at our track record, we've done that plenty of times. Plenty of times. It kind of makes sense to have a fence there, but like, where does this fence go to? Like nowhere? Where would this fence go to, you know? Maybe just bring it back this way a bit. Like literally like that. I know it's a bit weird, but that could possibly do. Let's go put in the sand underneath here now, as we're going to fill in all this space with it. X. To do when you hate playing survival alone, but you don't have a friend to start multiplayer with. Join a Patreon community. I've got one, loads of the hermits have. Those are great communities in which to play with other people. So each one's different amongst the Hermitcraft communities. I'm sure there's beyond Hermitcraft, there's similar things, but I'm sure some people in chat will probably give you a testimonial that they're good experiences. Put a lamppost in the corner and it'll be great, says Sonin on Twitch. We should put lamps on them, that's for sure. We need some lamping action going on here. Into the weird steep hill thing, says Goat Unicorn. You know, I'm not into the weird steep hill thing. You know, when I saw the weird steep hill thing, I was like, it's a bit weird, you know, it's a little too steep for me. And I'm more of a mountains than hill person, you know. I've got no idea what the weird steep hill thing is. No idea. Sorry. But it sounds steep and it sounds weird. Okay, enough of this. Enough of this. They were just asking you a question, you meanie. X, what do you like more, redstone or building? Probably enjoy building more. I find with redstone, I did so much of it when I started that now it's like, if I'm trying to do something and I go try to do it with redstone, like there's not too often that some idea will pop into my head that I could do with redstone that A, hasn't been done already, or B, someone else is going to do, because we're playing in an environment now where mob farms have been around for ages, and every time something's added it can just sort of be applied to the old principles once again, right? So there's not a lot of need or desire to go engineering in a test world and doing stuff with redstone. But if I do, I'm also terribly slow at it now because it's like you got to practice it. It's like playing an instrument. You got to keep on top of it. So I'd say building. Building is just more of this thing that I find myself doing. Like right now, obviously. Although we're not building a building, we're doing groundwork. But yeah, because of that, it's just this has been my more reflexive thing that I can do over and over again. The redstone engineering stuff is just, I don't know, I've done a little bit of it this season and I can spend ages in a test world and not really get anywhere. So I'd say building. Haggis, Neep and Taddies says, X, I'm sorry, but I'm going to ask something about Season 7. Oh, how dare you ask anything about Season 7. Do you have any idea what your main base will be next season? Yeah, I do. I've been talking about it on my live streams for a long time. Whenever Season 7 happens, I've got some pretty good ideas on how I'm going to approach playing on such a season. Like, I've got things that I've wanted to do that just don't feel right for this season, but a new season would certainly make them possible. So yeah, I kind of got an image in my head actually of like various projects, some really cool stuff actually. I really want to do a lot with redstone, believe it or not. So I might see some more engineering. I've got some cool ideas for building, and yeah, just loads of things that, you know, you do something in this season of Hermitcraft and you're thinking, that was fun, but like next time I'd do it this way, right? Because a lot of Minecraft is kind of the same old concepts over and over again. You start in a new world, you build farms, you get resources, you trade with other people. Like, what can I do that's different? And so those ideas come to me throughout the season. In Season 7, make your base in the Nether, says Swamp. That's what I probably won't be doing, because I've kind of had my feel for building in the Nether with the Let's Play Minecraft Together series, and that was incredible. Absolutely amazing building in the Nether. X is the upload in the second channel delayed, says Leonard. It's not delayed, it's like, it'll be there when it's there, you know, when I've chosen to put it out. Which is actually today. I think the next one comes out today. How was your Christmas, says Mark. It was fantastic, I loved it. I wish it had lasted longer, you know. And, you know, like, leading up to it, spend all these weeks hustling to get stuff done, and then you got like 4 days and they're over in the blink of an eye. It's just how it goes, isn't it? In the future though, I'm going to take more time off of doing this YouTube stuff. Like, I've been here for 8 years now, and I love it. I love it to death. It's wonderful. But, you know, like, you gotta spend your time right, and I just feel like I want more time off. Let's grab granite, and yeah, this is the thing. I'm running out of bricks, aren't I? I'm also terribly unfocused, but you know that. You're watching, you're like, God, he just keeps opening and closing these furnaces. What? They're not even furnaces, they're shulker boxes. Why did I, the imaginary stream viewer, just say furnaces? Oh, it's like I'm being infected by the derp. See, even imaginary viewers are not immune to the derp, peeps. They're not immune. Oh, jeez, go on top of it. There we go. They're not immune to it. You suck so bad, says God Armor. I have not got God Armor on. My armor is not worthy of the gods. Oh no, it's not. Let's go do that, and then do that. So we can split it up nice and easy. Evie, go on. We'll split it up nice and easy. Apparently. Jeez. Castro says paid vacation days is a bit different as a YouTuber, ain't it? Yeah, it is. There ain't no such thing. There's no such thing as sick pay either. You just kind of got to figure it out for yourself, really. There's no support net from YouTube, which I really think they should. Well, I think they should do it, but I can kind of understand why they can't. Like, the way YouTube is set up, it's just a different type of industry from the ground up, really, from the sorts that people have fought for the rights for things like sick day and paid vacation and yeah, those two. What was the other one? Was there another one? Don't think there was. But in this environment, you don't work like that. You don't, like, I'm blatantly like employed by YouTube, but I don't have a contract that implies anything like that. And I don't know, like, if that's. I mean, I think, like, considering how long it's been going on for, that's probably legal, right? But is there even, like, a slim chance that it might actually be illegal? I don't know. Like, what happened if someone went to court with something like that? You know? I got no idea. You're not employed, you're a contractor, technically, says Tuxavan. Yeah, well, if they've been around for this long, YouTube's probably got their lawyers together and figured out what we are so that we can exist in this environment. So yeah, it probably wouldn't be illegal at all. But it does feel sometimes like maybe these old values are still important. You are simply using their services, Kane. They can say that. They can say I'm using their service to upload, and but like we're a core part of their business model because it's so big and spread. They can say that, right? So then you can say, well, what if we all chose to not use their service? Then they'd be like, uh-oh, we need content creators. Please come back, right? So it's easy for them to say that when they have the more powerful position, but the moment they don't, then it will change. Power. It's always power. Everything comes back to power. It's the one thing I think you can rely on over and over again if you're trying to assess something. It's just, where is the power? Where is the power at? Who controls it? Who yields it? YouTube has most of the power in this relationship, right? They got pretty much all of it. There ain't no doubt in that. But they have a monopoly, so everything is about keeping the monopoly, says Tuxivan. Yeah. But if they didn't have a monopoly, it would be about getting to a place where they did. Like, it's always about making more and having more control, more power, more profit, whatever. It's always about that. They don't have a monopoly, says Sprinkles and Wrinkles. You gotta be kidding me. Like, you can define a monopoly perhaps in different ways, and maybe one way you define it, maybe they're technically not, but you know what we're getting at. Of course they've got the monopoly. There's no competitor to YouTube out there. There really isn't. Okay, some other websites have set up video streaming, but no one's got a stranglehold on it like YouTube does. This is like a total ecosystem that they are well and truly firmly in control of. You know, I like the path. I just feel like the grass blocks in the middle could be something different perhaps, but we'll see. There we go. Right, I think that looks alright. That's pretty pathy. As Sip said, YouTube is such a garbage platform and it's run by idiots. I wonder if you agree, X. No, I don't agree with that. I mean, listen to the statement. It's a garbage platform, okay? Right, one thing I'll tell you what I like to do is I like to use garbage platforms, right? I don't like good service. I don't like my videos to load and watch, you know? I don't want to be able to click on a video and have it streamed to me in a second. I want a garbage service. No, it's not garbage. We know that. It's clearly a brilliant platform. Okay? Usually when people say like stuff like that, it's like they're not getting at what they're actually trying to say. Is it run by idiots? Probably not, because it works. You know? I don't think there's an idiot sitting around writing code to make all this stuff work, you know? I think if they were an idiot, it wouldn't work. So I don't think idiots are running YouTube. I think trained professionals are. Every time you turn up, I'm going to do this. Stop! Stop turning up. Okay, I'm just going to kill you. Because you always turn up at really weird times. That wasn't the weirdest of times, was it? Okay. Logical Geek Boy says, it runs at an unbelievable scale that many people forget. Oh yes, you're totally right. I had a friend, a programmer, sort of telling me like, oh, this like YouTube website is like ridiculous. I could make something better myself. And I was thinking, you think you could make something better yourself? Like, and they're all confident about, yeah, I can do this and do that. And I'm like thinking, like, do you understand the scale at which this thing runs? Like, it's ginormous. You need people all over the place to keep things running. It's yeah, YouTube is a very big system with many moving parts, and it's one of the reasons I think there's such a negative attitude towards them sometimes. Is people forget that, like, it's ginormous, it's built off of automation, and you've got teams of people inside of it that like can't have the full picture of everything at any one point. So you know, all the things that they try to do, they try to do not really understanding the same picture that you see of their platform. Especially when people are slagging it off all the time. It creates like a strange environment and attitude, and probably makes it kind of difficult for them to get a real read for what's going on. But it doesn't help when their like solution is to keep trying to use these automated learning systems and whatnot, because it always makes the bad scenario worse. If you're like, oh, what's that? Your channel got demonetized. Well, our algorithm might get it better next time. You know, like, will it? Like, you've missed the point. Like, this person has been affected, and there's no one to step in and figure it out. Actually, programming something like YouTube shouldn't be that difficult. The problem is the massive maintenance that comes with it. I think you'll find programming is probably pretty difficult as well. I mean, there are gazillions of different systems. They have whole teams dedicated to like different parts of the system as well. From watching Creator Insider, you can hear them talk about like this team and that team. It's like every little feature inside the studio seems to have a whole team behind it. Maybe you think that's overdoing it, but I don't know. I've had a bit of an insight into how coding and whatnot works, and it seems to be one of those things where people underestimate how much effort it takes to get this stuff done. Okay, let's go like this. And then I think we need just a little bit of path on this side. Just to kind of help them merge a little bit. That's pretty much all you need, really, isn't it? Maybe a couple of those andesite blocks over on this side. The algorithm is cheap, so they'll use it, says Rice Slice. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It is very cheap in comparison to building teams to do these things properly. But then again, like, they probably look at it, and also, is it even realistic to do it with actual teams of people, considering how massive their platform is? I don't know. Just another thought. Alright, I think we need some bone meal in this area, and we need to finish placing the sand, and then this area is kind of done. Like, that's it. You know, it may be a little bit devoid of detail, but we're kind of just trying to get this place tidy and make it look good, as opposed to get it a perfect artistic expression of the concorpness. That's a real word, peeps. Concorpness. Add it to your dictionary. By the way, oh my goodness me, I am a total derp. I've just looked over and realised that 23 minutes ago we had a sub bomb. Oh, I've just totally zoned out. I'm so sorry. Ginger, not a ninja. If you're still there, thank you for sticking around, putting up with this idiot. Just been waffling on. Gifting 5 subs to the community. If you hear your name being read out loud, you are now a subscriber. Chat is like, geez, X, that was a while ago. Oh, Ginger, not a ninja is there, saying you are welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you for your patience. Pixel fan with fake account. Sniper Jun, Whimsy's daughter, Riggy Bogger, and Kalaku Koo. You're all now subscribers. Throw a love heart into chat. You can do that because you got the emotes. Send it Ginger Not a Ninja's way. Thank you for supporting the community, Ginger. I appreciate you doing that. We got Todd M for 18 months. We got Lee Coopler. We got Emily Arps with the Prime subscription. We got Paranormal Encounters OG subscribing, and Cedrim O has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much for your subscriptions and your support. Thank you for your dirt faces in chat, okay? Go ham. Put all the dirt faces there you want, alright? So I'm going to press the dirt button. I pressed it, okay? Because I was 23 minutes late on a sub bomb. But I'm not late on this one. Paval is here gifting subs. Paval, thank you so much for your support of the community. And you can't complain, okay? You can't complain. I'm here on time. I'm reading it. I'm hearing the noises in my ear. Jeez. Leave me alone. Major GW, Mad Cow Chow, Doug the Slug, Ender Gamer Hun, and Emadan MC. You are now all subscribers thanks to Paval for free. Feel free to throw a love heart in chat for Paval. You can now do that because you got the emotes. Ginger Not a Ninja says, you were on a roll with talking about YouTube. Don't make excuses for me, okay? No, I'm messing with you, thank you. Hey, I was just saying, you know, just saying what I've been learning over the years. Like, things are always a little bit more nuanced and in-depth than you initially think, and the whole like, YouTube sucks and it's run by idiots. That's just an emotional outburst. What's behind that emotional outburst is more interesting. And what we need to actually discuss, to have a proper discussion. I mean, imagine if, you know, you sat down with Susan of YouTube and you were just like, you're all idiots. You know, where's that conversation gonna go? She's gonna go, ooh, ah. She starts eating a banana. Oh my word. Turns out they're all monkeys after all. Oh. Oh, jeez. Yeah, like, where would that conversation go? She's not going to sit there and go, yeah, oh, you think, oh, damn it, we were bluffing for so long, we don't know what we're doing. We ain't got a clue. We don't even know how it works. You just upload videos and they appear, like. So my thing is always, come on, what's actually behind this? Alright, there we go, that's our little setup. Now we've got to put in the sand. Sand, sand, sand. It's the dark magics, says Paval. Yeah, the Sith Lord is running YouTube. We got Paranormal Encounters OG gifting a sub to DFH91. Very kind of you to do that, Paranormal Encounters OG. I read your name out a moment ago, didn't I? I just want to have a look. Oh, you just subscribed and then gifted a sub. Gotcha. That's where I read your name before. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate you supporting the community. Okay, over here, let's actually fill some of this in with grass. Apparently I don't have grass. Probably put it in a chest a minute ago. Didn't I? Oh, I didn't think it through. Right. I feel like I'm going to burp. Excuse me, that was me holding it in. Yeah, my belly's all on the fritz. Like, there's all this chocolatey stuff swirling around in there. Oh, I'll tell you what's crazy about eating loads of chocolatey treats and sugary stuff. I went for a walk, as I do, New Year's Eve. No, that's not even happened yet. Unless I'm talking about last year. Don't be a smarty pants. Okay. Christmas Eve. There we go, did it. Went for a big old walk Christmas Eve. Or maybe it was the day before. I can't remember. Anyway, really long walk, about an hour. And usually, on my normal diet, that would kind of wear me out a bit. And I'd be like, alright, I'm good. But I got back and I felt like I could go for a run. I felt like I hadn't been for a walk. I just felt so energetic. And it was just all this sugar energy just coursing through my body. It was interesting. I was like, whoa. That's the difference, like, the diet you eat makes. Just got all this crazy sugar energy in my body. Oh, Shay Bear says, X, did you help your parents this year like you were planning? Yeah, any moment I could. I was up on my feet helping, cleaning up, doing all sorts. I'm glad I did it, because they do so much for everyone. Hosting us all, cooking, you know, looking after us at the house. So, yeah, it's the least you could do. Right, I need bone meal. Gotta grab me some of that bone meal. I'm hungry. I'm hungry for bone meal. Right. That's the lamest joke ever. Let's go. Throw these down. All over the place. What are these? Says garlic bread and spaghetti. What are these? What are those? I don't know what you're trying to say. Sugar energy only works for a couple of minutes. Yeah, the colorings that give you the energy, says M Blue Player. I'm not so sure what you're saying there. I know what I'm saying. Maybe by saying sugar energy, I'm not saying the right thing. You have 3 different energy systems in your body, the way I've heard it explained. You've got the ATP explosive energy. You have glycogen, carbohydrate energy stored in your muscles, and then you have fat that you can burn for energy. And the glycogen that you store in your muscles is what a lot of athletes use, like for running and whatnot. And I don't think it lasts for minutes. I think it lasts for quite a while. I could be wrong. But yeah, like athletes have like a big old bowl of pasta, right? Is the idea. You got to run. If you're going for a run, have a big bowl of pasta in the morning. That's how you get all of that sugar energy into your system. By the way, when I say sugar, I'm talking about carbohydrates, right? Because like breads is carbohydrates. It's one of the reasons I don't like have sandwiches very often. And if I do, I only eat brown bread. Is that it's all the same sort of carbs. They all contribute to that sort of glycogen energy. Right, I think that'll do. Maybe one more there. One more there. Now it's perfect, isn't it? X, you should have 3 derps. 1 eye break, 2 the subs you missed, 3 you forgot to press the derp counter for 2. You are just a derp fiend. Oh, derp fiends. Always hanging around my stream. Clutching for a derp, shaking, shivering. I need my fix. Jeez. Right, this is cleaned up nice, this end, hasn't it? If we look at the island, we are very close to being done with this project. I don't have enough rockets. I don't like this. Try hard forever, says X, nothing is perfect. That's true, that's true. Y'all got any more of them derps, says Don Serot. Y'all got any more of those? I need a derp. I've got plenty of derps in the tank, but I'm concentrating and trying not to derp. That's what a live stream is. It's me trying not to derp. Okay, let's have a look. So, kind of alright. Obviously it's not so interesting, but it's not a bunch of stuff left around that looks unfinished, which I really like. This over here looks real good. And now the only part of Concorp left to do, really, is this little bit right here. That's fantastic. Let's get on it then. Let's get on that. Ginger Not a Ninja says, let's be honest, we wouldn't be here if it were not for the derps. Don't say that, you're going to bring my spirits down. There's nothing else here. You don't like the conversation, really. You're just waiting for the next derp. I get it, I get it. I'll shut up. I just won't talk until I derp, you know? That'll make for better content, I believe. Anyway, we've got to sort this inventory out now. Okay, that's empty, that's fine. Let's chuck away some stuff I don't really need to sort out. Okay, got some dyes. Wait a minute, the cocoa bean isn't a dye anymore, is it? No, I'm doing it all wrong. Why do I have 2 beds? Why do I have 2 beds? This is madness. Toolbox for leads. Also flint and steel I would have got from one of those. Wait, where did I get my flint and steel from? Because this ain't empty. Anyway. Okay, we got coal somewhere around here. There's a bit of a voice crack. Lights, camera, action. And then I think we'll just chuck those in there for now. And then I can say it's tidy. Beautiful. Okay, that'll do. Yeah, Harold says it is always great to have a guest bed in case you have company over. Oh, of course. The Jubilant Poet says, I'm here partly because X is really fun, but also partly because my ADHD hellbrain needs some kind of stimulation, and X is perfect for that. Well, that's good, I think. Assume agree and dared you to blow up Sahara, says Black Blake. I know, and earlier this morning I went over there and detonated crazy amounts of TNT. The whole thing is destroyed, you know. I made sure that the sorting system wouldn't work anymore, and the item delivery, it's all gone, basically. I used so much TNT, the server crashed, actually, to be fair. So, Sahara is no more. You heard it here first. Green dared me, I accepted the dare, and, you know, now it's all over. I heard he might even quit. You know, it was that bad. It was like, I just don't want to play anymore. Right, let's go over here, and over there, and do that, and do this. And then that one, and this one. That's it, right? That is it, my friends. We have tidied up. But I left those behind! Oh, no! No! It's all gone wrong. Okay. Big Papa House says, X, if you want some modded Minecraft fun without a lot of extra effort, you could join Funcraft Live. There's still lots of space there. I got my plans. You'll see in 2020 what I'll be doing. We've got a noise in here, by the way, from Arntorius subscribing. Arntorius, thank you ever so much for your subscription, dude. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream, having a good time. X, do you have a pair of 2020 shades? Says Parbour Way. I don't, but I remember in 2002 they made shades with like the 2s either side of the 0s. They probably did that for every year of the noughties. Cool. I wonder how many pairs of disposable things got chucked away that year, right? Every year. Jeez, the amount of stuff we just chuck. Why am I thinking about garbage all of a sudden? I just pictured loads of different designs in my head over the years and then just thought, they've probably all ended up in the trash. I mean, like, you can't wear glasses from 2002 and 2003. That just doesn't make any sense. Right, we're going to go get a box of rails from my base next. Angel Matrix says, X, I have to ask, why are you building for the Concorp? Well, I was part of the project, Concorp Studios, right? Jeez, I mean, nothing wrong with the Concorp, is there? Please fly! I'm the only one on! There we go. Whoa! Okay, let's go this way. Madrassian says, every conversation with X turns into recycle talk. It's true, it's true. Did you call the 0s the noughties? They're called the noughties, not the 0s. Jeez, I've never heard anyone call it the 0s before. It's the noughties. Spangleboost says, have you ever gone dumpster diving? I did when I was very young and had absolutely no money, and my mates used to do it. And they got all this cool stuff like DVDs and whatnot. And I did it, and like, when I went, there was just nothing. It was just so pants, and it was illegal. And like, it was totally dodgy, and I was just like, I'm not going to do this again. I'm not going to do this again. Right, let's... What is dumpster diving, says Lucas? It's where you go... like looking in dumpsters, but at like places, you know, like shopping centre dumpsters or industrial area dumpsters. It can be very dangerous because people will throw things into there that can be dangerous. Highly recommend not doing it. Probably because you're just going to end up smelling, going in a bin. But anyway, people, you know, go into these dumpsters, and sometimes some of the stuff that gets chucked away are like returned products or things that might be of use. And yeah, like I said, my mates had like PlayStation games and DVDs because there was this industrial place that I don't know what they did there, but they ended up just throwing out like returned goods, which were these DVDs and whatnot, and then they would pinch them out of the dumpsters. Spangle says it's honestly amazing what people throw away. Yeah, I had a bit of a a thing this morning. I was sorting through my cupboards looking for something and realised that I brought something twice by mistake, and I was just thinking, well, I've got no use for that now, but I don't want to throw it in the bin, and then I don't know where I can go give it to someone who can give it to someone else. I mean, there's probably things out there for this, like you can give stuff to a charity shop, which is a good idea. Well, I wish there was just more coordination with this stuff, right? Because I don't ever go into a charity shop to look for something. I just buy it online. So you kind of, like, it's not just give it to a charity shop. It's like, is this going to go to a place where someone will find it, right? Maybe it will, but that's my main concern with just chucking stuff away. It's like, it's actually going to get to someone who needs it. Okay, somewhere around here we've got to transition to woods. I think we're actually doing it right there, aren't we? Where is some spadoosh wood? We got a noise in the ear from George Lee Epic, subscribing with Amazon Prime, and Minor Legend YT has subscribed with Amazon Prime as well. Thank you ever so much. I appreciate you. Hope you're enjoying the stream. We also got Sly Dunkin' Donuts subscribing with Amazon Prime. Thank you, Sly. I appreciate it and hope you're enjoying the stream. Let's go throw down that right here. And now we can craft. The Jubilant Poet says, including grass, sauce I plan to use, make some mulled wine at some point. Cool. X, are you going to watch The Witcher? I probably won't. I don't know. Wait and see. As I said before, no interest in the game. And I know it's actually based on the books, it's not a game adaptation, but I don't know, until I start hearing good things about it, I will wait and see, you know. I'm also watching a few other shows at the moment, or am I, because my telly don't work, but yeah, I want to watch Rick and Morty, I want to watch the latest episodes of that, I love that show. This music reminds me of Astroneer, says Big Tear Fox. Yeah, it's got a pretty Astroneer-y vibe to it, doesn't it? I can see that. Whoopsie. Whoopsie doopsie. Right, all of this has got to be powered. Then we've got our corner rail. Shouldn't I have two of those in my... Oh, let's see, we've got these. And around they go again. Put some flower pots, says Marjorie the White. Whereabouts should these flower pots go? Is this Hermitcraft, says Loader Hooper? It is indeed Hermitcraft. The one, the only. I am making cheesy garlic breads. And do you like garlic bread? I do, I love garlic bread, but I don't have it very often because I don't eat bread very often. It's one of the treats I had at Christmas. See, that's what I was feeling like. That's more worthy at Christmas. Having something like garlic bread than a chocolate bar. Ugh. I'm gonna throw. Well, I say throw away. If I get given any more chocolate, I'm not gonna eat it. I'm throwing it away. Or there's a where I shop. There's like this cart that I think is like a food bank trolley thing. I'm out of powered rails, aren't I? Oh, jeez, I need to make more. I don't have a lot of gold left. Well, that's alright. We'll figure it out. What was I saying? What on earth was I saying? I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, there's this like trolley where I shop, and I think it goes to feed the homeless. Now, I don't really want to feed homeless with chocolates. You know, I think they could do something a bit more nutritious, but it's better than nothing, isn't it? So I'm going to chuck them in there. But I don't know if you're allowed to go into the shop and put in like food you got from somewhere else, or if it's like a thing you do on the way out. Because it's on the way out. It's like the means for you to put some of your shopping in there for some less fortunate than you. And I don't think they'll make a deal out of it if you came in with some stuff and went and put it in there. Surely not. Surely that'd just be weird. Diamond Anvil says you could always ask if you could donate. Yeah, just ask. That makes the most sense, doesn't it? Just ask someone. Is Rendog okay, or is he just on holiday, says Lump Noogle Dog. I'm pretty sure he's just on holiday. It is the holiday season. What was the biggest issue the server has ever run into, says Alpha? Well, in the very first season of Hermitcraft, there was actually an original world, right, that is no more. So this is actually the 7th Hermitcraft world, if you want to get technical, you know. All these people saying, when does Season 7 start? We're on Season 7! No, I'm messing with you. The world got corrupted in a really bizarre way. Like, the chunks, like, I don't know how it happened, but the data of our world got scrambled to the point where you could actually somehow load the world, yet it was just totally bizarre. Apparently there were like squids in the sky and water upside down. Like, somehow all the data inside the world had just been completely flipped. And it was the fault of our hosting company at the time. And they had basically made like a big mistake internally and somehow totally screwed up, and they didn't have any backups, which they said they had, because they were just a very young company getting started back then, and it was like a really bad experience that we lost our world. I think it was like 5 days into it. It was before I'd even made a video, I believe, or maybe the first episode of Hermitcraft was on that world. I can't remember, to be fair, so long ago. And that was probably the worst thing that happened. But fortunately, like, it weren't in the middle of a season, and it wasn't particularly crippling or damaging, so we got by. But yeah, that was pretty rough. Pretty rough. You have powered rails in your redstone box, which is in your ender chest as zone arrow. I know, I saw that, yes. But I thought I would just craft them for now. Do you have a hosting company for Hermitcraft, or is it local? We host it ourselves now. Mumbo's Pumpkin Farm in Season 5. Yeah, that was pretty rough. But like, you know, any issue like that we've had has just been a minor inconvenience. I'm trying to think if there are any other times where something bad happened, like, but I can't really think of much. I can't help but feel that these. Well, I've got one left. I'm just going to leave it like that. So now we need to get some levers and go and power all these rails. The cow lag says it's Astro Ways. The cow lag? What was that? You'll have to refresh my memory. Should we put a material down the middle here? I just had an idea to put clay in of all materials. I don't know why. I think actually it'd be smart to go with something that matches the oak wood. So we could do something like stripped oak logs. Or like a stripped wood to go through there. Oh, yeah, here. Jungle wood, I have lots and lots of in shulker boxes and whatnot. I also said we needed levers, right? Got one there. Need some cobblestone. I think levers should be craftable with regular stone, because at some point in the season you just end up with loads of it. Or maybe any type of stone. That would be, maybe that should be like a vanilla tweaks thing. Put those in there as well. Some chunks got messed up during the 1.14 update, says Gambrine. They did, yeah. That was pretty annoying. And I'd say that's probably the other thing that maybe took up a lot of time. It wasn't as crazy as having to start over again, but yeah, that was one. I had to do quite a bit of work to keep the world working for that. I remember it a bit more now that I think about it. I think I showed it in an episode, right? There's just these crazy lines running through the world where you just had... let's get this right. You just had this like square shape of chunks that had been reset. It was so weird. So that in the middle, I think will be fine. And you see a little bit of it on the edge there. Yeah, I reckon we'll go with that. And maybe have a couple of pillars going down here and there. We'll see how it works. Now, one of the reasons I started placing these is because I also need to figure out where the levers go. So let's not get too carried away here. I reckon somewhere around here is where we need them for this one. I like what you're doing, X, says Lucas. I'm glad you like it. Look at that. We can hide them both in there. And now powered top to bottom by the looks of it. So next ones will probably want 2 lots. Let's go around here. Hey X, what program do you use to make your vids? I use several programs. I use OBS to capture, and then I use Vegas. That's not several, that's 2. Then I use Vegas to edit and render. That's kind of it. Right, powered to one end and then powered to over there. And so the next one we'll put about here. Or not, apparently. Now, I know it's got to go there. It's got to be even, right? Otherwise, you're going to go crazy with the OCD. Oh, me OCD. It's got to go there. There we go. Nice. So here, the middle is around there. Very good. And let's fill this all up. How many Vegas do you use, says Surprise T? I use 14, I think, or 15, maybe even 16. It might be 16, let's have a look. Also, did derp.exe stop working? Oh my goodness me! Wait, what? That's weird. Oh, wait. Did I never press the dirt button earlier? Oh my goodness me! It's been too long. I tried to launch it again. Oh, what an okay. Original derp. Missing the original derp. Missing it for 23 minutes or so. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You even read a message saying that, says Lucy the Llamacorn. Yeah, I probably did. I probably did and didn't understand. That tends to be a thing that I do. Yeah, that's like, communication is such a big thing, and it's so easy to get it wrong. I just reminded a conversation I had the other day, talking about the same thing, but having a completely different idea of what it meant. And it's just because of the use of words. You can sometimes use words and conjure up a different picture. You can say something to someone, explain it in clear English, yet the language can mean that it is different in each person's mind. That's because of how we use language, I guess. Right, we're going to have our grindstones over here. We could put 3 of them in, like we did on the other side. I think we'll do that. And this is why he's the king of derps, says Zodiac Siren. Oh, you. Oh, you. You're too kind. The king of derps. Jeez. You're too generous. Right. I need some grindstones. There they are. I see them. I see them grinding away. 1, 2, 3. Bam. X, have you been to PH or tried the foods? I don't know what PH is. I don't think I've heard of that before. Will there be a Derpy Craft X? you know, there would be, but I'd probably derp up creating it somehow. That's why it can never exist. It's an oxymoron, you know, it cancels itself out. X is the philophysist of 2019, says Tuapo. That's from a weird pronunciation I made one time, right? Do you have piston bolts on Hermitcraft, says Todd? No, we don't. No piston bolts. Actually, no, we do. Doc made like 2 of them, I think. What am I talking about? I don't use them, though. For me, like, they take a long time to build piston bolts. So they need some good use to be valuable, is my thinking. And I don't play this game in a way where I travel a long distance, like very frequently. Now, if I took all that travel time that I've made, where a piston bolt could have been, and then added up how long it would have taken to make the piston bolt, it might add up to be better. I just don't know, but you know, it's when you're playing on an island like this where everything's close together, if that's the general idea, it don't make sense to make piston bolts, because it's just a lot of time and effort, and then when you use it you might not see that time back really. But if you've got to travel a long distance and frequently, then they can be pretty good. Also, you also got to think, like, there's a high time cost for building it, and how much speed are you getting? Because it's not just about the speed of travelling there, like time saved. There's also loads of other methods that are fast too, so you've got to factor those in. Alright, so this so far is kind of looking reasonable. I think we might need 2 lots here, but we'll try and get away with 1. So I'm going to put our levers in here. So that means a lever there and a lever here. Ah, and we're out. And look at that, out by 1 over there. Okay, we'll move them along. Oh, I can't place there apparently. Well, that's okay. So here and there. And then somewhere down here. Hey X, what do you know about Baby Yoda? Not a lot. Other than Baby Yoda exists. Okay, looks like we need 1 more lever then. 1 more. Hello Asuma, what is your favourite meme of the decade? I don't know about memes. I'm not the biggest fan. Honestly, like themes are memes are kind of annoying because they're always just in my comments, and it's like I go to read my comments and it feels like a lot of people aren't talking to me, they're talking past me, like to other people, and it's always just anything I do in the video instantly becomes some sort of meme, right? You know, it's like everyone's looking up for an opportunity. Anything I say, anything I do, I'm going to turn it into a meme. And it's always these like, nobody blank Asuma builds thing, and it's just like, okay. So I don't find them particularly interesting at the moment. You know, people just want likes, says 32th System. They do. I wish we had more control over that. I'd love to turn off likes on comments, because they totally ruined it. Like, when likes came about, the tone of the comments just shifted from like conversation about the video to like, how many thumbs up can I get? Right, let's grab some slabs from somewhere in here. My resources are really getting diminished this season, I tell you. Right, need to stock up on lots of stuff. This is going to be a very uninteresting little thing, just because I have no idea how I would make it look interesting, basically. Oh, actually, what I could do is have it here, and do that, so it goes inside a little bit. I think that's good. And then maybe some colourful block if you happen to be prying your eyes and trying to see what's in there. Gas tiers? What? Give me a gold block. There we go. It actually probably makes sense to have a light source, I think. Let's go ahead and grab this and that. Also, do I have any cracked bricks? Yes, lots of cracked bricks. Okay, so how's that look so far with some slabby jabs on top? Yeah, it just looks like that, doesn't it? Maybe do that on each side as well. Is that so bad? Is that so bad, peeps? Just a box for the cable to go into, okay? It doesn't have to be a work of art. It doesn't have to be a work of art. What I do need, though, is more of these. More of those slabby jabs. So that means I've got to smelt them up. Jeez, forever having to do stuff to do stuff. Wait, they are there, aren't they? Come on now, fuel. There we go. BG Monster Fan says nobody, blank, Asuma, dirt face. You see? That's it, every video, it's just loads of that, and it's so boring to read. Because I still go and open my comments and read them and see what people are saying, but it's just the same thing every time. You have to really, like, read for ages to find some proper feedback on the video. Poor X, says Ricky Tvei. Poor old little X. Oh, he can't find a nice comment to read. Oh. Yeah, literally. What am I moaning about? Jeez. Right, let's turn a little bit of this over to that stuff. Maybe some slabs there. Ah! Oh, I've already got them. There they are. Bam. Yeah, so this kind of works over here. Then I think bone meal. So we need something to go alongside the rails like's been done everywhere else. I could go with orange, but I can't help but feel that would look ugly. Ugly is what it might look. So jungle trapwoods? Jungle trapwoods! Don't correct me, I said exactly what I wanted to say. Jungle trapwoods is what we're talking about. Okay, no, I didn't mean trapdoor, I meant trapwoods. I said exactly what I intended to say. So we come over here and do that. I think that works. I think we can get away with that. Good morning, Asuma, from North Carolina, USA. Love the builds and storylines are amazing, says Nerdy Gurdy. Thank you for the lovely message. Hope you're enjoying the stream we're doing. What do you think, peeps? Does this work? I think it works. I think it works. People are saying, yeah, trapwoods. You know it. You know it. Nice. I don't need to shift when I do that. That's good. Trapwoods, the meaning of Hermitcraft. That's it. We figured it. We finally figured out the meaning of Hermitcraft. It's trapwoods. Memes have let figures who often act in bad faith be held as idols. Also, corporations just use them for PR now, says Rice Slice. Don't know about the first bit, but yes, that's existed for a long time actually. Also, as I've discussed before, the Russian troll farm people were found to be using memes as a way to insert, let's say, unfavourable ideas. So you have these Facebook pages that they were running. And they're posting stuff that makes sense, but then they, you know, they'll throw in something a little sly and off to the side, like it's like a slight form of radicalization, like every now and then with their memes. And so you've got to realize, like, memes might have an agenda behind them now as well. It's sort of true of any information you read or see, right? But even memes, like, you might think it's just a little bit of a joke or fun, but sometimes those sentiments in them can come from places that have different intents than you might think. Probably doesn't apply to a lot of the humour stuff, but some of it certainly does, that I've seen. Emperor Karita says, memes are just a compressed way of sharing ideas. Some can be fun, some can be sinister. Yeah. They're also most of the time rather inarticulate and lacking any like ability to really express like nuance or detail, you know. Got a trapdoor there. And somewhere I've got a shulker box full of jungle, which will make it easier for us to build. But this little thirst bit here looking good, I think. Looking real good. And then that goes on the corner. And then we might need like a little post with a light every now and then, I think. Will probably be something we do. In fact, I might go for something a little bit more frequent. Do something different from how we've done it in the past. Let's go grab some lights, lanterns even. Oh, I've got one lantern. Great. That's just brilliant. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Right. What is the amount of ingots? I'm pretty sure it's 2. Multiples of 8 even, not 2. So that'll give us 18 of them. There, that's right. And then the posts that we use. Where are the posts? There they are. I think we'll go with spruce on top again. Let's go check it out. Will end rods work better, X? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think lanterns suit this bit much more. Let's go for 3 blocks in between each one and see where it lands. This is where I think you need like a tool in Minecraft that helps you figure out like block spacings, right? Because then we've got one here with that many. So what if I were to do 4 in between? So those two have got 4. Let's actually go all the way back here. 4 in between. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect! That's exactly what we're going to do for this little stretch right here. How long are you planning on streaming for? Says Ricky Kitty Tavi. As long as my heart desires. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, bam, 1, 2, 3, 4, bam. That means there's 2 there. So maybe we put... it doesn't work at all, does it? 3, 2, 3? Something like that. Doesn't have to be perfect, you know. I'm not going to rebuild the whole thing just because of some little alignment issue. Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. And now it's all nicely lit up. I'm going to put 1 there as well. PewDiePie should join Hermitcraft, says Lucas. As I say time and time again, never a good idea to request someone join in chat. But I think I've said that so many times I'm almost sick of explaining it. It's not a good way to... Look, if you're running a community, you don't want people shouting requests at you on how to run a group of people over and over again, I guess. I don't know. I've said about it so many times. But there's always someone. There's always someone, isn't there? Chat should join Hermitcraft, though, says Akron. Chat should join Hermitcraft. Everyone should join Hermitcraft. Asuma should totally join Hermitcraft. No! Stop requesting people to join Hermitcraft. Right, let's go up here. Oh, we need to sleep in a bed again. Evil X should join Hermitcraft. Look, Evil X is banned from Hermitcraft, okay? Evil X should join. It'll blow it up again. Just chuck that there. Okay. These things can go into there. Right, I'm semi-reasonably organised again. Tools, don't need those right now. Torches in there. Brilliant, beautiful. Actually got a clean inventory for once. Or have I? No, we good. We good in the hood, homie. Right, we need to go get the jungle wood. I know where it is as well. I know where the jungle wood is. Beautiful, beautiful. Isn't it satisfying? Cleaning up your inventory. Having it nice and tidy. Right, let's actually fly back to the base. I kind of just want to see the Hermitcraft world as we fly over here, you know. I got plans to turn all of that below me into sand as well. And yeah, the area looks good now. It's more round. Oh, I love the path with the trees behind it. That looks fantastic. And look at this area, beautiful. Beautiful. Toey D Killer says 70 more bonus coins and I'll get an emote. Do you mean the Harmony, the Twitch points thing? I do not understand what on earth they meant by how you unlock emotes, but I want to know. I want to figure it out. I want to learn. Isn't Demise over? Why not Diamond Armor, says Tahuda Killer. Why should I change back into Diamond Armor? I want to be different, you know. I want to be interesting. I want to wear my chain armor, okay? The game of Demise may be over, but I'm going to keep playing like it isn't. Okay, we should probably stay away from there. There might be spoilers. By the way, though, doesn't it look good? It looks real good. My toe should join Hermitcraft. Cut it off and send it in the mail then, Nick Soccer. Jeez. I've said it many times. If you want to join Hermitcraft, you've got to arrive in the mail. Alright. So, look. Somewhere here. There it is. Junglewood galore. We're going to use that. But we're not going to use it today, my friends, because this is where I'm wrapping up the live stream. That's all I've got time for today, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed it. One extra stream, before 2019 is out. I will see you again in the next year. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated, and also cheered. You are all appreciated. I thank you ever so much. Thank you to all my patrons as well. By the way, there's a raid starting in chat right now. Hypnotize is streaming some modded Minecraft, I believe. So if you're interested in that, be sure to hit the raid button. I thank you all for tuning in. And I will see you next year. Next decade even. Ciao for now. Bye-bye.